Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Lego Lee 329 here, and today I have the review I think a lot of you have been waiting for. It's for set number 79018, The Lonely Mountain from The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. This set cost a whopping $130, and I'm going to talk a lot about that price later on this review. It only has 866 pieces, it's ages 8 through 14. Here's a front look at your box. There's a back look at your box, and this set includes one instruction manual that's possibly the nicest instruction manual I've ever seen in a Lego set that's not from the Ideas line. It's in that book style, kind of like the Ideas sets, and it's just awesome. I really want Lego to continue making instruction manuals like this in the future. It's really fantastic. I love the look, I love the feel of this book style manual. It has 183 total pages of building. Our first minifigure here is a very familiar face. It is of course Bilbo Baggins. This is actually the 5th time we've gotten a different version of this character from the Lego Hobbit sets, and he looks as great as always. He has a fantastic torso print. It's very accurate to the suit that he wears in the Desolation of Smaug movie. I really do like that. Of course, he's holding Sting and the ring right there. He has a double-sided face and some great back printing, so it's great to get another variant of Bilbo right here. The second minifigure included with this set is Dwalin the Dwarf. The first time we have gotten a Dwalin minifigure since the Unexpected Gathering set 2 years ago. He is a great looking minifigure. The head and the beard are the exact same as the last version. However, his torso printing is different, which is very cool. He's also holding a different axe piece that has blades molded in translucent green. I'm not really too sure what to think of those. They're kind of odd looking. I don't really know what that's about. Very odd. If anyone knows more about those trans green axe blades, please tell me in the comment section down below. I would love to be enlightened about that. He is a very cool looking minifigure. He definitely has kind of an armor look to him, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about that with the minifigures in just a moment, why I don't understand why they have these torso prints, but he's a very cool looking minifigure. He also has some nice back head printing and back printing as well, so a cool looking Dwalin figure right here. The next figure here is Balin, Dwalin's older brother, and he's a very cool looking minifigure. His weapon right there is brick built, and it kind of looks a little bit strange, but besides that, his torso printing is fantastic. He has a double-sided face and some very nice back printing, so great looking Balin figure right here. Here are where the minifigures start to get extremely weird. We have Feely right here. Of course, we saw Feely and Keely available in the Mirkwood Spider sets 2 years ago. It's nice to get variants of these minifigures, but I have absolutely no idea why this character is in this set to begin with. Unless Peter Jackson throws a complete curveball at us and Smaug for some reason returns to the Lonely Mountain, these guys weren't even in this scene during the Desolation of Smaug movie. Obviously, Keely got shot with the arrow and he was back at Lake Town, and Feely decided to stay with his brother. So I have absolutely no idea why these minifigures are on this set. I'm not complaining, they're very good looking minifigures. The printing here is great. I love his weapons. His double-sided face is fantastic. He has some nice back printing as well. It just makes absolutely no sense for these characters to be in this set. And the final minifigure here is Keely. He looks fantastic. I absolutely love his armor torso printing. That's another thing that doesn't really make any sense about these figures, is why are they wearing their armor? This is definitely the armor they'd probably be wearing during the Battle of the Five Armies, but I'm assuming this set is based off the Desolation of Smaug movie, where they're kind of just wearing the normal, dwarf clothes, so I don't really know why they're wearing armor in this set, but Keely is a great looking minifigure. He's probably my favorite of all these dwarves. His armor just looks that fantastic. He has a nice double-sided face and some great back printing as well, so a great looking Keely minifigure right here. The minifigs included with this set are pretty cool and all, but really, honestly, the main reason you get this set is for Smaug the dragon right here, and this guy is enormous. I cannot believe how gigantic this dragon is. I'm gonna bring in a couple of other Lego big figs and animals and creatures for the past couple of years just for a quick size comparison. You can see how much bigger he is than the T-Rex, the Dewback, the Hulk, Jabba the Hutt, the Goblin King, the Rancor, the Bear, the Velociraptor right there. He is so humongous. This Smaug figure is gigantic. There is so much to go over with this figure. There are a brand total of 7 new molds. 7 completely new molds just made for this Smaug figure right here. They are so well done. And of course, I'm going to start off with his head. The head here, honestly, I think was sculpted to pretty much perfection, and the eyes were printed so well right there. I love the expression he has. It looks really fantastic. His jaw is very cool. It can move actually in 4 different places, which is very nice. And the fire piece right there can be connected from within his mouth. It's a very well designed head. Lego also did a fantastic job molding the neck of this figure as well. It's very serpentine. It looks really great, and I love the look of the neck right there. The torso here is very cool. There's also various peg holes to put the spike pieces right here, and there's actually 8 studs that are revealed right here that you can put like a saddle or something on if you really want to, which they fill in with some spike pieces. That spike piece actually falls off quite a of it, which is definitely unfortunate, but it's not really that big of a deal. The legs here, surprisingly, are actually new molds. I kind of thought that'd be the same old dragon molds, but they're actually new molds, and they're very cool. You can see the printing on the bottom of his torso right there is really, really well done. I love all the details, and of course, he has the missing scale where the black arrow is going to be able to hit him. I thought that was a very nice touch on Lego's part. The tail here is definitely the least interesting part of Smaug right here. It actually features two molds that have been used on dragon figures before. The mold at the end of the tail, however, is completely new, and it actually looks really fantastic. I love the look of that tail mold right there. But honestly, my favorite part about this Smaug figure, and probably one of the most impressive pieces Lego has just honestly ever designed, are these dragon wings. First up, they look fantastic. They really just look awesome, but they're molded in a really thin rubbery color right here, which gives them a very cool wingish appearance, and they actually have rubber and ABS plastic mixed together, which is very cool. So you can put the claws, the talons on the end right here, which is very nice. But the wings, one thing is actually on the torso, you can kind of see they are attached via kind of a here factory / bionicle ball joint, which is really, really cool, and it gives them so much posability, which I really just absolutely love. It makes it look like you can fly. It's way better than the dragon wings of old Lego castle figures. I love that Lego did that right there. And it's also kind of a cool thing because you can definitely use these wings with some bionicle mocks upcoming, or you can use this piece and you can like attach bionicle pieces onto Smaug if you really want, which is a kind of a cool customizable aspect of this figure. But the coolest part about these wings easily, you can probably see this little pivot thing right here. Well, actually the wings, this feature here is amazing. I did not expect this at all. You can actually fold the wings underneath themselves. I mean, look at this. The rubber folds right there. It perfectly comes out. It's amazing. I love how the wings do that. It is so cool. I love what Lego has done right there. It is an amazing piece. Bravo, Lego. Great job on these wings. In addition to the wings, you're probably wondering what the posability of Smaug is right here. He actually has quite a few points of articulation. You can move his neck up and down. You can rotate that. Same goes for the head, and I already showed you how the jaws can move. You can move the legs back and forth. They don't really have too much movement, but you can also swivel the tail right here in 3 individual places. So Smaug actually has quite a few poses of articulation. I love the articulation because you can kind of get him some really cool poses like this one right here. It kind of looks like he's perched on top of a mountain looking down at something. It's a very cool posable Smaug figure right here. One quick thing I wanted to talk about Smaug is his color. He is molded in dark red, which in the Hobbit book, it very clearly describes Smaug as being a red dragon. That being said, in the actual movie, he really isn't red. He's kind of a reddish brown color, and I think Lego, this is not too accurate on Lego's part. I'm kind of glad they made it red, because if he was brown, he would have been less, exciting to look at. I think red was a good choice, and they don't really have an in-between color. So what did you guys think about the color of Smaug? I'm personally fine with him being dark red, but honestly it isn't too accurate. I think after seeing how amazing Smaug is, we kind of actually forget there are buildable elements to this set. And the first one right here is kind of just a little pile of gold. It's pretty simple, not a whole lot is going on here, just a very few pieces, but it's actually pretty well done because you have a nice little aspect here. You kind of dig through the gold. You can see the top part actually comes off, and the top part of that top part comes off to reveal some jewels inside there. And in the bottom of the top part, you actually have a nice goblet and sword piece. And I actually threw in all the extra cheese slopes and studs you get with this set just as some more awesome gold details. So I do think this is actually a pretty cool feature. And here is the main buildable part of this set itself. I'm gonna call this kind of the halls and the mines of Erebor. Kind of like most Lego Hobbit sets nowadays, there actually is some slight modularity to the build pieces right here. It only divides into 3 individual sections. 2 of them are gigantic, and the one is a very small little section that's kind of conjoins the 2 pieces, has a nice little swivel piece right there. Has some nice gold pieces, kind of look like the lava flow of gold that they have in the movie, which is pretty cool, but it's not a very exciting little section. The first half we are going to look at here is kind of the Mines of Erebor section. It's actually the bigger half, and it's the first one that you build. You can see at the bottom here, there's a nice little display area that's kind of like a blacksmith shop in some ways. You can see there's a nice little weapons rack at the back there holding an axe and a hammer. Right there, there's also a pretty cool anvil and a small little other rack holding some armor, which is a very cool little detail. The bottom section actually has a ladder that leads up to the second level of Erebor right here, which is a very cool feature. I love that there's actually a ladder included with this set, so the Lego figures, you don't have to pretend they're like jumping 10 feet to get to the next level. This second story here, there's not a whole lot going on, but one thing that I really like about this is there's tons of space to put minifigures. There's lots of studs. It seems like lots of days, nowadays, Lego sets have maybe 3 or 4 studs worth to put minifigures on. This one has way more than that, and it's done really well. I absolutely love that about this section. You can see right here, there's a very small little railing system. There's also a barrel holding a pickaxe, and to the right, there's a nice little wall barricade kind of detail that has some cool stickers that I do really like, and there's also an axe in the back wall. And over to the left, there's a strange build. This is kind of the weirdest part of this set, in my opinion. It's kind of one of those things that's going to be melting the gold pieces, which is a pretty cool design. You can see the fire right there. At the same time, it functions as a catapult. It's a very strange, odd play feature for LEGO to include with this set. One thing I really do like, however, is the way this catapult moves. It's attached on a little bit differently than most swiveling things in LEGO, and it's actually pretty stable. It's not going to swing around aimlessly like some other LEGO catapults have done in the past. It actually functions pretty well. It's a pretty heavy-duty catapult. It's going to fire 4 of those gold pieces right there, so I'll fire all of them. It's a pretty nice functioning catapult, a pretty cool play feature, but it's also just a little bit strange. This section too has a ladder that actually leads up to the top, which is a very small area. There's actually almost no room to put minifigures, and they're actually taller than the archways themselves, so that's kind of unfortunate, kind of a strange little wasted area in my opinion. But actually off to the left, you can see there's lots of gold pieces, which is very cool. Lots of gold cheese slopes and some gold crystal pieces right there, which is actually a pretty cool, nice little detail to this set. Up top here is a very cool play feature that's actually included with this set. It's probably my favorite Hobbit play feature from this brand new line, which is really saying something. This is a very cool feature. You can actually take this piece right here and you can slide it back and forth, which is a pretty cool design. We have ever seen that in LEGO before, but what we haven't really seen is a mechanism with a winch that moves up and down working this well. So you can see from the back right there, there's a little brown knob that you actually turn. If you turn that brown knob, it causes this little crate barrel piece here to rise up and down, which is very cool. I really do like that. And of course, we've seen kind of mechanisms like this before in LEGO, but one thing, this is using chains. It's not using the terrible string LEGO pieces. I love that we're using chains in this set because you don't have to tie into those dumb string pieces. It's way better than the string. I love that. So thank you, LEGO, for including the chains for the twinge mechanism right here. Back here doesn't have a whole lot going on. Honestly, I think LEGO kind of wasted some of this space. I definitely think they could have included something down here. They could have included more jewels or something cooler than this down here. There's a shuffle right here that's actually a very cool door. You can see that door from the other side opens very nice. I really like the way that LEGO designed that arch with some cool snot techniques, so that's actually pretty cool. The second half of Erebor here, despite being smaller, is definitely way more important than the first half. This is the throne room, and this honestly looks fantastic. It's just a great display piece. I love especially the use of the sand green pieces. They really bring out the Erebor look to me, and I love those columns. They look fantastic. The design LEGO used here is really well done. I love the top there with the nice little sticker details, all the shapes, all the angles. I think LEGO did a great job capturing the feel of Erebor with this section. There, of course, is a staircase leading up to the throne, and actually you can see that ball piece from the back. If you simply push in on that ball piece, it causes this staircase to kind of explode open, which is kind of a cliche but pretty cool LEGO play feature right there. And inside there's actually some hidden jewels, which is very nice. But the main thing here, of course, is the throne. And I think LEGO did a very good job with this throne piece right here. For starters, it's actually very easy to remove and move around, which is actually pretty cool. But the throne here, it's built using lots of pieces. It has some nice snot techniques, and it really looks fantastic. It has some stickers on it, but of course at the top there, it actually can hold the Arkenstone. And to be completely honest, I'm pretty disappointed with this LEGO Arkenstone piece. It features a printed tile on a Chima crystal piece. I wish LEGO had just, gone around and made a new piece. It's not terrible. It actually looks pretty cool on the throne right here, but I just wish LEGO had made a new piece. They made 7 new pieces for Smaug. Why can't you make one tiny new piece just for the Arkenstone in this set? Besides that, it's a really great looking section. Of course, if you get the King Thor minifigure from the Battle of 5 Armies set, it would just look fantastic display. So I really love this throne part right here. Alright guys, final verdict here for this set. I think it makes sense to start my final verdict off by talking about the obvious elephant in the room, the price of this set. It has 866 pieces and it costs 130 US dollars. That is an abysmal over 15 cents per piece. It's technically speaking, a terrible value. And just for a quick reference, the Star Destroyer set, which I reviewed a couple months ago, had over 1,300 pieces. Helm's Deep from the Lord of the Rings line had over 1,300 pieces, and the Hogwarts Castle from a few years ago had just under 1,300 pieces. This one has under 900 pieces. The MTT that came out this summer for LEGO Star Wars had almost 100 more pieces than this set and cost $40 less. I mean, the value here, the price per piece is terrible. There's no getting around that. That being said, I actually don't think this set's that bad of a deal. I'm going to debate, instead of being like $40, $50 overpriced, it's like $20 overpriced. Why? Because of Smaug. Smaug here is humongous. I gave you guys that size comparison towards the beginning of the video. He is gigantic. You're not going to believe how big Smaug actually is. And he actually has 7 brand new molds, which molds cost a lot to make, so it actually kind of makes sense why this set costs so much money. There's also lots of very unique colors with this set, lots of gold pieces and lots of colors in sand green, and I'm sure some of these pieces have never been made in those particular colors before, and actually it's a pretty big size. Like when you get this set and when you actually build the halls and mines of Erebor, it's a pretty decent size. You feel like you're building a bigger set than the piece count would suggest. Now, the set itself, the minifigures aren't my favorite, and I told you they just don't really make sense why some of them are actually in this set, but the minifigures aren't the reason you get this set. You get it for Smaug, and he is so well done, he's so fantastic, and honestly, maybe besides the color not being perfect, I couldn't have really asked for more from a Lego Smaug figure. The rest of the set here actually looks really cool. It's a great display piece. It's really well designed. I think the playability is fantastic, especially that moving up and down winch piece. The catapult and the exploding features and some of the hidden compartments are not that great. And I'm kind of disappointed by the Arkenstone, but the throne room actually looks really fantastic. So honestly, everything in this set is near perfect. It's near perfect. It's just that price is a tad bit ridiculous, and the minifigures aren't my favorite. $130 is a lot to ask for this set, and for that reason I can't give it a rating that I would normally want to give it. And actually I calculated 2 ratings for this set. If you include the price, the rating comes out to an 8.9 out of 10. If you don't include the price, the rating comes out to a 9.5 out of 10. So the price made a very significant difference, a whole letter grade difference, if you will, in the rating for this set. So what do you guys think about this set? My final rating is going to actually be, I'm going to average out between the price being an outlier thing. I'm going to give this set a 9.2 out of 10. So what do you guys think about the Lonely Mountain set right here? What's your favorite part about this set? Do you like what Lego has done with the Smaug figure right here? And please rate, comment, subscribe. Also go check out my video game channel that I just recently made. Go check out my social network pages. I have Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can follow and like those pages. I'll leave links in the description down below. All this stuff I'm mentioning right here will be in the description down below. Don't forget to like this video, comment the video, favorite the video, and share it with all your friends. Also, of course, subscribe to this channel. And please stay tuned for more Lego The Hobbit, The Battle of the 5 Armies set reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.